Hello, everyone. I welcome you to the Peak Parent Academy channel. My name is Ikia Safo, and today let's talk about skills. Okay, we are going to talk about skills. 5 skills you need to develop in your child before they become teenagers. Skills are very important. We need to teach our children skills. So, why are they important? Now, having skill will help give your child, the necessary tools for development, like independent thinking, being able to socialize and make friends with, people, and also being able to take care of themselves in your absence, whether you are there or not, in the absence of their teachers or their caregivers, they'll be able to take good care of themselves. So I want you to answer these 3 questions before I give you the skills you need to teach your children. Now, get a pen and your journal or any notebook and write these questions down. You can answer them when you are done watching the videos. So first of all, I want you to write this question down. Will your children, be able to look after themselves when you are no more? That is the first question. When you, in case of your demise, will your child be able to take care of themselves? Now, when you mention death, everyone goes like, no, they don't want to hear it and all of that. We are mostly afraid to die, okay? But it is something that is inevitable. Whatever you do, it will happen one day. So if you know that this thing is going to happen someday, then why don't you prepare for it? Okay, so write a question down and answer it yourself sincerely. The second question is that, is your child, independent? And have you created the environment for them to be independent? And the final question is that, do you think that your children are well equipped to face this world, to face the challenges that this world comes with, that life comes with? There are going to be a lot of challenges in this world. So have you been able to equip your children in the way that when they face, any challenge, they will be able to stand? Do they have that skills? So write these questions down and be sincere. Answer them. So the answers you give will give you or will show you what next step you need to take. Now, let's look at the skills. The first skill that in no particular order you can teach your children, you see the children mostly, there are certain things the children struggle with. So if you know those struggles, you will know what to teach, what skill that you need to teach your child. So this is in no particular order at all. The first skill you need to teach your child is home management skills. Home management skills. So you need to teach them under home management skills. You can teach them some things like how they can preserve food and how they need to distinguish between spoiled and good foods. Okay, they need to know how to clean the room, how to lay the bed, how to make sure the kitchen and everywhere is clean. And you also can start teaching them how they can pump your tie, the bicycle tie, their bicycle ties, how they can help you wash, mommy's car or daddy's car. You can begin to teach them that. That is home management skills. And the next skill also you can begin to look at is time management. Yes, time management. It is important that we teach our children time management skills, because for you to become a wealthy person, you need to be someone who is, very serious with your time. You can't do things anyhow and expect to get what you want, at the end of the day. So you need to teach them. So how do you do it? In our home, for instance, what we do is everything that the children do, we time them. When you are going to take your bath, you are supposed to finish within a specific period of time. When you are eating, you need to finish within this period of time. Whatever you do, we don't, even when you are going to play outside, we give you a time. You set the time. This is the time that I have to play outside, and I'll make sure that I have to come back when it's time. I don't have to come back before or after. I don't have to spend too much time out there. I have to come when my time is up. I have to be home. Okay, so we don't leave them to do anything at all. When they are even doing their chores, we give them a specific period of time to be able to finish what you are doing. So when you do that, they become conscious as you are doing it consistently. They become conscious of their time. They know that time is money. We always explain to them. Now, before you do that, you assign time to each task. You need to begin to teach them, you teach them a time about time, how you can get a clock and then begin to explain the minutes, the hour, the seconds to them, so that they will have at least an understanding of how it works. Okay, then you can begin to also teach them about the seasons of life, the weather, the rainy season, the dry seasons, and all of that. There is time. You need to teach them there is time for everything. You need to teach them that time is money and we don't have to waste time. So you can begin with these basic things that they have to know, and then as time goes on, you introduce other aspects that they need to know. But note that you have to be consistent. Without consistency, you will not achieve the results that you want. So you want to be consistent with whatever thing that you are teaching your child. And they are kids, they will forget. If you mention it just once and you don't repeat it, they will forget. So that is why consistency is key in our parenting. So the other skill we can teach our children is self-management skills. Self-management skills. So we need to help them manage their emotions. Under self-management, we have how they can manage their emotions. So they need to know how they can manage their emotions. When they are angry, teach them to name how they feel per time. So we have the emotional wheel. You can search it online, you download it, and then you print it and paste them in your room. So you have the emotional wheel. It has the different kinds of emotions that we can feel as humans. So you teach them to your children, you explain to them what they mean and how they need to say it every time they feel a certain type of emotion. So let's say, for instance, they are playing with their siblings and the one sibling does something to the other, they feel, angry. They can tell whatever they feel. They can tell the sibling that I don't like this. It makes me feel sad. Tell them to name their emotions and they should say it whenever. So as a parent, you can also begin to, whenever they put up certain behaviors that you are not okay with, you can also begin telling them that way. Instead of shouting, yelling, and beating them, you can hold on with that and then begin to let them know how you feel if they do that. It will help them learn. But if you want to, for instance, if your children fight among themselves a lot and you don't like it, of course, every parent, we all don't want it when we see our children fight. Okay, it is normal, but we don't want it. So we need to begin to model what they have to do. If you see them fighting, you don't have to start yelling, shouting, and all of that. No, you don't do that. Let them know how they make you feel when they fight, why they shouldn't fight among themselves. Take your time and explain all of these things to them. Okay, if you are not able to control yourself, this is where you can end up. A lot of people who have been irresponsible with their emotions, this is where they end up most of the times. So you can begin to explain these things to the kids. They will understand as time goes on. If you are consistent, they will understand. So these are some of the things we can begin to teach our kids to be able to, so that they can control their emotions. It is key. So let's try teach these kids self-management, how they can put their things in order, how not to, mess things. If you as a parent, you don't know or you don't have these skills, hardly can you teach the skills. So you need to also, as a parent, begin to learn how you can, first of all, be emotionally intelligent. You need to sit down, write the skills that you lack, and begin to work on them. As simple as that. Yes, write all the skills you think you will need in your life, in this journey that you are in, and begin to work on them. It's very necessary. Okay, so the next thing we are going to talk about is communication skills. Communication is very, very necessary. We need to teach our children how they can communicate. We need to teach them how to, greet people, why they don't have to be shy. It's important that we talk. God gave us, when you are explaining to them, if your child finds it difficult to talk in public and all of that, you can begin to teach them why God has given us our mouth to speak, why we don't have to be quiet about things like that. So when you meet people, you need to greet them, you need to introduce yourself. How they can introduce themselves to people, you need to teach them. You understand? So you need to teach them all of these things. Why you don't have to be quiet about certain things. Why you need to open up. Why you need to be able to open up to make friends. Making friends is important. So you need to be able to. If you don't talk, you can't make any friend at all. So you need to be able to talk, to know when to talk, and to know how to talk. It's very important. So that is that. And they also need to know that when you're having a conversation with someone, you need to pay attention, you need to look into the person's eye, all those signs, you need to teach the child so that they will understand and know what to do at a particular point in time. So the final skill that I'm going to give is decision making skills. Decision making skills. Your children should be able to make decisions for themselves, some decisions for themselves, well, according to their ages. Okay, so you try to encourage that. You don't have to always be telling your children what to do. Sometimes ask them, what do you think about this? What do you think can be done in this situation? Let them think. If they are unable to give you an answer, let them go and think about it. Don't be in a hurry to answer every question. Okay, if they ask you questions, if they ask you questions, ask them that same question. Tell them what they know about it. Let them, think. Let them be able to think and give an answer. Okay, if they find it difficult, if they are able to give an answer, give them some minutes, some more time to go and think about it and bring something. Recently, we were talking. I was sharing. We were talking. Okay, we were learning at home, and I was teaching them about Anna. Okay, how to honor people, yourself, and your parents. And I was teaching my kids actually, and I was telling them, if you honor yourself, you don't have to put your stuff on the floor. You don't have to put your bags on the floor. So previously, when they come home, you see their school bags. Sometimes you see them dirty. You ask them, and they tell you that they just put them on the floor. When they sit in their school bags, they put them on the floor. And I tell them, no, you don't have to do that. You need to honor yourself, because if you're putting your school bag on the floor, someone will step on it, like you, and it will be dirty. It is not an honor, it's your bag. You need to keep it well. So we were talking about it, and then I asked them, okay, so what do you think we can do to solve this problem? Because sometimes they say that their school bus is full and they need to, adjust and all of that. The bus has been changed anyway. So previously was an issue that they had at the school. So they had to, manage and all of that so that other people can also get some space to also sit. So we were talking, and then I asked my son, so what do you think can be done to solve this problem in case you go to school and then it's the same issue with the transport? What are you going to do to change it? And he was sitting down. He said, Mommy, I don't know what to say. And I said, okay, you have some time, think about it. And then when you're able to get a solution, then come and tell me. So I was there, and then he came. He told me, Mommy, I know what we can do. I think we should we should find a rubber and put our bags in it, so that when we sit in the car, we can put them somewhere so that people will not step on it. I was like, wow, I haven't even thought of this. This is a good idea. So we'll try that and see if it works. You understand? So I wasn't in a rush to give a solution. I just allowed them to think and bring out something. So this is something, is a gift. If you're able to do these things for your children, you are just gifting them that ability to think for themselves, to be critical thinkers, to be independent thinkers, to think, to bring out solutions. If we are doing these things for our kids, that is what we are doing. They will be able to make decisions for themselves without having to depend on other people for them to make decisions for them. So let us know it is very important that we teach our kids skills. It shouldn't be all about school. It shouldn't be all about academics. We need other skills that are not taught in the classrooms. And who can teach them? We the parents. We the parents. It's our responsibility to teach these skills to our children. If we don't do it, who will do it? Remember that if you are not skilled, you can't teach skills. So that is why it's important that you need to learn as a parent so that you can give, when you become better, you give better, you do better. And this is why you need to learn to be able to help your child grow to be that child that God has ordained them to become. I hope this video is helpful. Share our page to your family and friends and everyone you think this can be a great benefit. This can be of a great benefit. So see you in another video. Bye.